So if I want to gain 10 mile an hour of clubhead speed with my driver, I do these two things. These two things will get you there. It's quite simple. I'm going to show you them now whilst hitting some drives as hard as I can, basically. Oh yeah, beautiful. So we're going to start with on-course golf swing. So this is when I'm trying to keep it in play, sort of like low 120s, low 180s ball speed, tournament mode. Hopefully a little fade. Yeah, that's decent. And that's like sort of repeatable. Before I get into the two things, just want to make sure you've got to get warmed up. You've got to be loose. You can't just go into this cold, get out your car, walk onto the tee on a Saturday morning and then put this swing on it, because you're likely to snap your back in half. I don't want any lawsuits. Once you're warmed up, once you've done your dynamic stretching, because I know you're all doing that in the clubhouse, in the changing rooms with the bands. Once you're warm, it's these two things, and they're not in swing things that are going to complicate the move. The idea is this is to get energy moving quickly, so then you can concentrate on striking the golf ball, which is the other thing that's so important for hitting long drives. It's striking it out the middle, launching it properly, not spinning it too much. So, number one, try and notice the difference between this. So this is normal golf swing. And this would be the start of the quick one. I mean, try and notice the difference. It's like quite obvious. So the speed of the takeaway, and this is what all the long drivers do. They'll start the move as powerfully as possible. They're trying to literally pull that club away. You're trying to create as much energy early as possible. The more energy you can create in the takeaway, the more energy is then transferred into the rest of the golf swing, which means more clubhead speed. So that's such a simple way of speeding up the golf swing. It's not swing normal to the top and then apply all the pressure. It's get this thing moving as quick as possible, get the energy input early, and then the output will be more clubhead speed. Number two, and this one is one that's going to take a bit more explaining, I think. And this comes from Steve Gold, who learnt this from Lee Cox, who is the coach to Martin Borgmeier and Joe Miller, some of the best long drivers in the world. And this is called unweighting. So imagine yourself on a force plate. You're applying your body weight into the plate. So my body weight is like 91 kilos. So at address, it'd be 91 kilos on this plate. In the backswing, the best long drivers are trying to unweight their mass as much as possible. So it's almost a feeling of like trying to make yourself lighter. So imagine your body weight in the floor and then trying to like unweight yourself. And the reason being, and this is another reactionary process, right? So your body weight's in the floor, you unweight yourself, and then where's the weight going to go? It's going to go back into the floor. And that's one of the keys to producing clubhead speed. It's about how much pressure you can apply to the floor and then release, and in turn that translates to clubhead speed. So instead of thinking, right, I'm going to try and push into the floor as much as possible, then jump up and just try and strike a golf ball like that. It's really hard. These two things are things that you can do on the golf course if you absolutely need to produce clubhead speed. So take it away quicker and try and unweight yourself. These are all things you do straight away. So it's a feeling of getting lighter whilst taking that club away quickly, like that. And then from there, you just concentrate on striking it, which is key. So let's put all these things together. Unweighting, taking it back quick, and then give it a rip. This usually gets to around 132 mile an hour. That's actually pretty straight. So there you go, there's two things that you can do at the start of the golf swing, which are going to cause a reaction, which is going to get your clubhead speed up and shouldn't get in the way of strike too much. Please give that a go, but I stress, just get warmed up. Don't do that cold, because you're putting quite a lot of force into your body when you do that. I'm going to be doing more coaching videos from all of the experience I've learned playing professional golf, and from really good sources of coaches and also really top players as well. I'm going to be giving something back to my subscribers. So if you're new, subscribe, there's more coming. And if you're not, I hope you learned something, and I'll catch you on the next one.